Since the beginning of this show, there's something very, very simple and basic that I have been saying. I'm saying Nigeria permits the freedom of worship and freedom of application of, as he has added, customary laws, Sharia law. We have a right to Sharia law for ourselves. I've said this over and over and over. Muslims have a right to, if Christians want, they have a right to get their own law for themselves. So I don't know why it's like everybody is not hearing this simple fact. And it has been in place in Kwara State and a lot of southern states forever. I don't know whether they are part of the Sharia belt. We've had Sharia Court in Kwara State forever. So I do not know how many times we can repeat this again that people would understand what is happening here. Sharia law has existed as an option. Nigeria's constitution allows that. I don't know, do I have to repeat this in Spanish or French or Yoruba or another language? I don't understand. It allows it. And we've had it. In Yoruba land, in Kwara State, we've had it. And it did not cause Boko Haram in Kwara State. Secondly, Ikan, you were totally wrong about Utah. The point that I'm bringing about from Utah is the fact that America allows different states, just like Nigeria, you can apply the constitution or modify your laws and judges can make rulings as applies. And in Utah, we've had polygamy laws decriminalized. And that's why people go there to marry. And the reason why they do is a religious reason and nothing else. It's because Mormons are many in there. That's why polygamy is decriminalized in Utah. It's because there are Mormons there. America respects religious rights and religious opinions where religious people are. They respect it and give you the permission to do what you want to do. But in Nigeria, you want to force everybody to use a Western system. So now to your question, it's a Western system. It's a polluted Western system, and I don't trust it. And I don't want it. So Dr. Dominic, we need our systems, and people should be allowed to use the systems that they want. And you cannot, for some of us, you cannot force us to take our own personal matters continuously to the Western courts. We don't want it. But I want to add one thing. The difference from me and half of Turkey is in Europe is I actually want the harsh Sharia. So that's not why I'm not going to shy away from saying what I want. And I've written articles on this. I want them to cut off the hands of Nigeria's elected officials like they cut it in China. I want the harsh one, and I want us to all gather together and say, yes, Sharia law in Zamfara. Zamfara governor stole, cut his hand. That's what I want. Other than Sharia and capitalistic punishment that Sharia has, and not the Western law that allows people get off and rich people get off, there's no solution to Nigeria's criminality other than capitalistic punishment, which divine laws give. Divine laws protect Nigeria from the rot, societies from the rot that Western world is facing and Africa is facing because of their useless laws that imprison people. What's the use of prisons? Establishments for either torturing people in Africa or for working the multi-corporate companies in America. That's what prison system is. It's an invention of the Westerner, and it's a ridiculous system that makes no sense. We don't need to spend any time putting people in prison. You deal with them immediately. You lash them in public. You cut off their hand and you let them go. Don't incarcerate. Incarceration is the most barbaric system that exists to humanity. It's barbaric.
Look at that.
What does it mean incarcerating someone and cutting him away from sex? He cannot have sex with the opposite sex. He should sit down till he becomes gay in a place with men. Incarceration is the most barbaric thing that humanity ever created. Deal with them one time, kill them one time, cut their hand one time, punish them one time, and let them go. So don't even get it twisted on this topic. We are very far apart on this conversation, very, very far apart. And you guys are following Western mentality, and you think Westernized method is the norm. That's what makes me boost. You think it's the norm. Your forefathers didn't have it. The divine systems of Christianity and Islam are closer to what African traditional methods of dealing with people are, not this barbaric system that we got from the white man that solves nothing and causes the society to lose their sexuality and their mind. 99% of people who come out of jail, what happens to them? They commit crime and go back in again because the jails train them to become criminals. That is the system. You go and look at Nigerian prisons. That's the system you want for us. So this conversation is far and deep. We don't have time to go into many dimensions. And for capital Sharia applied to everybody.
So it took us 3 hours to get to the meat of 3 hours. So